many 49-year-old women are trying to act like 16-year-old girls in today's times. The people who mean the stuff in their internal dialogue with themselves are the same people who mean it in their external dialogue with anything in life. And almost nobody has their attention with themselves, because if they had their attention with themselves in today's time, the primary place where they will place all their attention is on themselves. Hope is reducing, trust is reducing. These are the common things between all of us, and this is where love becomes born. But the approach which people are taking is that the world is going to shit, let me make my way and I will get through it. No, you will not. You cannot get through alone.
Like they say something, and now I don't believe what they say. I believe what they're doing. I've had a lot of experiences in different kind of things, and with girls as well. So, I've realized one thing, and I've seen patterns with this, that like if I talk to a girl who's very approachable to everyone, and uh, I don't want to put it that way, but sort of easy to get. Whenever they say something, they don't follow up with that, or they don't commit with that. Like if I say something that Sarath, I'll talk to you at 10, or if I commit to someone, I'll try my best to follow that, because because word is a bond. I try my best. But with people like these, I've seen they say something and they really are persuasive about it. Like, one lady I met on the flight, she was saying, "You should come to my home. I live in London." She was talking about everything, like she told me about everything. And she said, "I'm a French cuisine chef," and all those things, and all like a lot of things. So, like, she told me that you should come to my home like 10, 15 times, and she gave me a number and everything. But after that, like when I got on the WhatsApp with her, it was totally different. Like she was a different person on WhatsApp. So why does this happen? And this is a pattern. This is not just with her. A lot of girls and a lot of guys also do that. They say something on the face, but when they get on a call or on messaging apps, they're totally different. They don't commit to, or it's like they forget what they're saying. Why does this happen?
Yeah, I mean, I can answer this from a few different angles. So it's up to you which angle you want. Because one angle is why this is happening right now with society. The second angle is psychology, if you want to understand it from that point of view, etc. So actually, let me just talk about why this is happening. Almost nobody is in a position where they are able to have their outside world and their internal world the same. That is why there is a lack of trust. How do I mean that? When you said that if I give my word to something, even if it's something so simple as, okay, I'll give you a message when I get home, all right, the people who mean the stuff in their internal dialogue with themselves are the same people who mean it in their external dialogue with anything in life. So, for example, internally, if I tell myself that from today I'm not going to have sugar, because let's say I'm somebody who has a sweet tooth, all right, but then I do not stick by that. I'm somebody who's basically not really following that, and I keep falling short at keeping my word to myself. The same kind of people also outside in the world say a lot of fluff and then are not able to stick by their word. That's how simple it is at the most basal level. Because if I'm somebody who is true to myself and then I follow through on whatever I do, like for example, when I was in the Baltics and Finland, all the coaching inquiries and the coaching bookings which came, which I could not do them, all right, because I was on the move and I was with my father at that time. And then since I've come back to Zurich, every day I'm doing two coaching calls, even though it gets exhausting because this is like a human work. It gets exhausting, and it's not about the exhaustion part. The thing is that because I also have to set up my base and get into my routine, it's been a little problematic that way, etc. But the thing is, I have my own word to myself. I don't even give a shit about the clients. I just need to do this because this is what I love to do, and I do this not even for the money. I do this because this actually fulfills me. All right. So since the because I said that to myself, since the time I've come back, despite the fatigue or despite so much change that my body is also kind of trying to adjust, etc. Still, I'm doing this thing because that's what I told myself, and that is why if I ever give my word to somebody, I don't give it that easily. But if I give my word to somebody, it's because I already know that I will follow through on it. So in today's world, most people are fickle that way, and you can't blame them 100% because they are also getting trained to be fickle because they use the mobile so much, all right. So they can't stick to any one thing. Attention has been captured, Dhyan is the resource of new age capitalism, as I've spoken many times before, and that is basically messed people up. Dhyan is the resource for new age capitalism. It is not land, it is not labor, it is not money, it is not technology, it is attention. If they're able to capture your attention, you're and almost nobody has their attention with themselves, because if they had their attention with themselves in today's time, the primary place where they will place all their attention is on themselves. But for that, first they need to have it within themselves instead of losing it to every robber and thief from Google to Instagram who's around in the world right now and the news. You know, so if your attention is with yourself, then most people today will end up giving the attention also to themselves, because right now we need that. All right. Now the thing is that that fickleness is there because cognitively, like neurologically, all of us have been messed up because of all of this. That's number one. Number two is that here you have to take gender also into consideration. These are girls you're talking about, all right? They have options way more than you, all right? And also, a man normally operates in a.
Sorry, I'm obstructing you. This girl that I'm talking about, she was a lady around 49 years of age.
Yes, but the thing is that many 49-year-old women are trying to act like 16-year-old girls in today's times.
Like, I couldn't absorb it because, person who's of 49 years of age and had the experience and has lived some kind of life, I think they would commit to what they say. I've had this in my mind, like adult people are mature and all, but I think it's changing now.
Yeah, I mean,
Like even in my company, I'm the youngest and all. So when I joined, I used to think that people who are elder to me, they will be mature and they will have a proper understanding to life. But right now, to uh, like it's not very nice to know that they're all fucked up, all of them who are adults.
that's all of society, bro, right now. It is not, it is all of us are in this together, actually. All right. Because, and this I've been speaking of from the recent few calls, because this is happening in the world. All of us are feeling it inside. Nobody is trying to come to knowing that they are in pain. They're only trying to distract themselves. They're only trying to find the next best thing that they need to do, or go like, okay, I need to build a better version of myself or get to the next stage of my life. But the truth is, there is no next stage. This is the stage here and now, and we all are actually united because of that pain which internally all of us are feeling for this world. In the sense, hope is reducing, trust is reducing. These are the common things between all of us, and this is where love becomes born, if all of us come together at that level of realization and understanding. But the approach which people are taking is that the world is going to shit, let me make my way and I will get through it. No, you will not. You cannot get through alone. That's why there are people who know today that Instagram is shit, but they go like, you know what? People are into it, and this is the biggest thing right now. So I'm going to use it as a formula, and I'm not going to use Instagram for myself, but I will use it to with other people. Life doesn't work like that.
Talk with other people in terms of what physically.
So there are people making self-improvement content. There are people selling you webinars for $1, saying that I'll teach you how to make $1 million, whereas that is exactly what they're doing to earn their own income, selling you the promise, and that's their only source of income. They've not made $1 million, but they're doing all this because they're understanding that in the world right now, these are the weak points: lack of self-worth, lack of feeling that you are abundant, whether it's through money, whether it's through love, whether it's through anything. So everybody is working on capitalizing on all these insecurities by selling false products in a false land such as Instagram, basically. All right. And this is not going to work long term. Somebody might be successful in the short run, make a lot of money, but the thing is, they are going to land in the same situation themselves. They are not understanding the bigger picture, that all of us need to now forget ourselves or delete ourselves, because our own story is actually probably the only thing standing in the way of our collective global open awakening, including our own spirits awakening. Just because of our story, we are not willing to let go. All right. So actually, everyone is in this situation. So right now, you will find even more fake promises, lies, all these kind of things. Every marriage which is happening right now, especially last year, whichever marriages have happened in October, November of last year, please see how many of them will last. They will not. Whether in India, whether in the West.
I've realized that I've been becoming more aware to these things, that false promises or that trust thing. So I love to trust people, but obviously now I can't. because a lot of trusts have been broken. And in general, these things happen. People say something, they do something, and I'm really becoming aware to these things that that is happening. Like they say something, and now I don't believe what they say. I believe what they're doing. So they'll say anything that they say they're into fitness, then I see them doing all sorts of things. And I've also realized, that like I don't drink much, I don't smoke, all those things I don't do. I don't like doing it. It's not that I don't do it because of some other reason, but I realized for majority of people, drinking and smoking, different kind of things, is the only fun in life. But they don't realize that's the only fun in life that is left for them. There's no other fun. Either it's
Tell you a secret. I'll tell you a secret.